What do you think? What word are you going to put to that? Bucolic? Pastoral? Idyllic? Huge field. Mother, soccer mother, and children. Sunday in July at Columbine High School. What category do we put this in? I don't know what category I want to put this in. Killer Kids. Maybe an episode to Killer Kids. This is obviously a match to the tower at we saw at the Austin campus, the Texas University campus in Austin. Okay. So I don't know what kind of category. Here in the parking lot now. You know, categories. I don't know. Maybe a trophy for everyone category. How about that? A kind of everybody's a winner. Okay, that kind of a category. No losers. Everybody's great. Okay. It's not the sport. It's not, you know, winning or losing. It's just all sport. Trophy for everyone. You know. Or how about, if not a trophy, how about passing grades for everyone? Okay? Everybody passes the exit exam. Nobody's left behind. Everybody gets a diploma. How about that category? The trophy category. You know, the kids that killed here, they weren't wanting anything. You know, one walk through this neighborhood around this school, and you could tell these kids that murdered the classmates and their teachers did not come from some broken, awful, violent-ridden home with no electricity or running water. And these kids had very, very, very expensive weaponry, very expensive ammunition. They did not want for ammunition or guns or weapons. They had everything they wanted. Now, I don't even know if they worked. I don't know if either of them had a job. But by the looks of their armor, their parents suited them well. They did not want. You know, I think I mentioned it in Atlanta that I've done some teaching in my day. I taught community college, South Central LA, to Mount San Antonio College in Walnut, California, which is very much like this community here. And for a year, I taught high school. So, I have a little bit of experience with teaching and young people. And there's a saying that all teachers say among themselves. And if, you know, or they say it to each other, and then they say it to themselves, and they repeat it time and time and time again, because it becomes like a mantra, a survival technique in some schools and in dealing with some students, you know. And it's really true. I found it to be true, you know. Everything goes back to the parents. You know, I mean, it sounds so cliche, you know, but you know, I don't care if the child is inner city. I don't care if the child is Littleton, Colorado. It all goes back to the parents, you know. If parents are not involved, if parents are not engaged, then you will have Columbine in a bucolic community full of soccer moms, green hills, smiling children. It really does go back to the parents, and it goes back to administrators too, because just as parents shouldn't give trophies or things as a way of substituting work, either on their part or on the student's part. You know, when I talk trophy, I mean, you know, trophies at a soccer game, or I'm talking diplomas to get out of high school, to falsify, you know, exit exams, like they did in so many inner cities, like Atlanta and Columbus, Ohio. You know, if the intention is to win favor with the student slash child, son or daughter, you're not really doing it. You know, there's no, you know, what has been earned by passing someone on and giving them a diploma from a high school, which means absolutely nothing. You know, something they could boast about to friends, like the trophy in their room that they got simply by being on the field at a soccer match. You know, parent involvement in a student child's life is far greater than anything that parent or teacher can give them. It truly is. The best teachers that students always liked, from whether the high school that I taught at or the community college, were those teachers who became involved in the student's life and were interested in that student. Okay? Funny story. Well, a teachable moment, I might say, from one of my students. The 1 year I taught high school, and don't let any teacher fool you. Okay? Any new teacher is taught by the students. They're not taught by, you know, mentoring teachers or this or that. The students will teach the teacher. Okay? Anyways, that's another blog. I was teaching in a private high school, West Hills, and it was my first teaching job. And private high school, English, all levels, 9 through 12. And it was in a community much like this here. Very exclusive and very private. West Hills. It was in West Hills, California, outside of LA, near Tarzana. And I was... All right, I've just been kicked off the Columbine campus, so I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I thought I, paid sales tax here, but I guess not. Maybe I need property taxes or something. But I've just been kicked off a public high school campus. Yes, 15-year-old security guard is like, oh no, yeah, private property. Oh well, I didn't want to go inside. He said, oh no, you can't even stand outside now. I said, boy, that's nice. Anyways, what I was about to say is that there was a student in one of my classes at the high school, and he was trouble. I mean, he came in the middle of the semester, and just every day I dreaded seeing him because it was like he just was trouble. I tried everything with him, and no luck. I phoned his house. I phoned his family. I phoned his mother, to talk to her about him, and she never was there, and she never returned any of my calls. Okay, which might tell you something about why he was such trouble in my class. Anyways, I mean, she didn't even return the call. Do me the favor. So it's like, he's all yours. It's a private school. You guys should know how to deal with this. Anyways, he joined the baseball team there at the high school. And, Monday morning I would try to make small talk with him about the game the past week, just to somehow engage him, to get him kind of on my side. And he would never say anything about the game except, why don't you come to a game? Why don't you come and watch me play? And I always poo-pooed it. I just didn't, it's like, well, yeah, maybe, but, I got so much homework. And truth was, I was living miles and miles and miles away from West Hills. I could teach there, but I couldn't live there, kind of thing, kind of ahead of the arc there as far as public servants are concerned. Anyways, that's all we used to say about the game. Come and watch me play. Come and see me play. Well, just so happens that on the team schedule was a game in my neighborhood in Pasadena, California. Okay, they were playing somebody in Pasadena, some high school in Pasadena. So I went to that game. Okay, instead of going back to my apartment there, I went to this high school game. And believe me, I dreaded it. I had no interest, but I went, And when he came to bat, I cheered him on. And I stayed, believe it or not, for the full hour and a half, or whatever it took for the game to be played. And then I went home. He never was a problem in my class after that. Not only did his behavior improve, but also his grades. And I might add here, I never went to another baseball game. I don't know. What's the moral of the tale? What's the moral of the story here?